Hello everyone, you're welcome back to another tutorial. If it's your first time here, hi, I'm so glad you're here. Please do stick around. Today we're going to learn how to make this beautiful beaded square shaped bag, and we're going to be making it in color blue. This design is so easy and very beautiful, and is also easy to learn. So guys, let's learn how to make it together. Let's go guys. So guys, for this tutorial we're going to be needing, or rather we're going to be using our sugar bead, which is in 10 mm, and we're going to be using the color blue. In case you don't have blue, that's not a problem. You could use any other color, black, red, whichever color you have. We're also going to be using our fish line, which is in 0.7 mm. Then guys, we're going to be needing our scissors to cut out loose thread. And lastly, we are going to be using our pair of handles. Guys, I think this handle is going to be too big for the bag, but that's not a problem. Let's get right into the video first, then along the line we're going to change the handle. So guys, let's go. So to start our bag, we are going to cut out a line we are comfortable to work with, and then we're going to start with 4 beads. We're going to string these 4 beads into the line. Then we'll draw down 3 beads and cross both ends of our line into the last one added. Draw that all the way down, and this right here is our first ring for our bag. Okay, then on each side of our line we would add 1 bead each, then cross both ends of our line with 1 bead and pull. Add 1 bead to the left and 1 to the right, then cross with 1 bead, then you pull. Now we have the second one. This is what it's looking like. This is the second one. We're also going to repeat the same technique that we did. We're going to add on each side of our line 1 bead, and then we're going to cross with 1 bead. Draw that all the way down, and please guys, do not forget to tighten your work. Always tighten your work. This is what it should be looking like. We have the third one now. So let's continue. On each side of our line, we would add 1 bead each, then cross both ends of our line into the last one. Add 1 to the left and 1 to the right, then cross into the last one and pull. This is what it should be looking like. Draw your work. Always tighten your work. On each side of our line, 1 beads, then we'll cross with the last one added. That is 1 bead to the left, 1 bead to the right, then we'll cross with the last bead, and then we'll pull. This is what your work should be looking like, guys. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rings done. 5 rings done. We are going to repeat this chain of beads till we get to the 11th one. I'll meet you guys there. Okay? Now this is what your work should be looking like. So guys, we're going to be turning on this 11th one to make it 12. And to do so, we're going to add on our left line 3 beads. That is, we're going to be adding 3 beads to our left line. String those 3 beads into your left line. Then we're going to pull down 2 and cross both ends of our lines into the last one added. Draw that all the way down. You see, our line has turned to the side. Now we're going to start a new row. Now we're going to count to be sure that we're having 12 on our first row. After confirming, to continue, we're going to add 3 beads on our left line. String down 3 beads into the left line. Draw down 2 and cross both ends of our line into the last one added. Now, this is the first ring on our second line. This is what yours should also be looking like. Now, our right line goes into the next bead. And on our left line, we add 2 beads. String down 2 beads into our left line, sorry. Draw down 1 and add both ends of our line into that last one added. Draw that all the way down and do not forget to tighten your work. It helps your work look neat. Now, our right hand goes into the next bead. String your right line into that next bead. And then on your left hand, you would be adding 2 beads. 2 beads into your left line. Draw down 1 and add both ends of your line into that last bead and draw that all the way down. Here you'll be forming your third ring on your second row. Again, your right line goes into your next line. Your right line goes into your next bead. And then on your left line, we would be adding 2 beads. String down 2 beads and cross both ends of your line into the last one added. Draw that all the way down, and this is what your work should be looking like. Let's repeat it for the last time. Your right line goes into the next bead. String your right line into that next bead there. Okay? String it into it. And then guys, on your left line, you will be adding 2 beads. 2 beads. And then you cross both ends of your line into the last one added. So guys, we're going to continue this pattern till we get to the second to the last one on this second row. Let's meet there, guys. So guys, here we are on the last ring of our second row, and we're about to complete this row. And to do that, our right line goes into the next bead, and on the same line, which is our right line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. We're going to be adding 2 beads on our right line. And then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added. 2 beads on our right line. We're going to cross both ends of our line into the last bead added. Draw that all the way down, and here we are on the third row. We're going to flip that to our side so that we can start another row. To our left line, we're going to add 3 beads. 3 beads, string those 3 beads into the left line. And then we'll add both ends of our line into that last bead. And here we are on our first ring of our third line. Then our right line goes into the next bead. And on our left line, we're going to add 2 beads and then cross both ends of our line into the last one added. Cross both ends of our line into the last bead. Draw that all the way down. Tighten your work, guys. Do not forget to tighten your work. To continue, repeat the same pattern, which is our right line goes into the next bead. And on our left line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. String those 2 beads into the left line. And then you add both ends of our line into that last bead there. And draw that all the way down. Do not forget to tighten your work. And this is what your work should look like. So we're going to continue this same pattern to complete this row. And we're going to expand to 25 rows. Let's do this off camera and we'll meet right there on our 25th row. Let's go, guys. Now guys, we're here on our 25th row. But first things first, we're going to take our scissors and cut out every loose thread. And this will help make our work look very neat. Now this is our mat. And our mat is 25 by 12, okay? And I'm going to show you how to fold this bead. So now let's fold on 10, 5, 10. We're going to count inwardly 10 and then we'll fold. Now I fold one side and this is how it looks like, very strong. Count before you fold and make sure you're folding on the right line, else you're going to have a crooked bag. Now you're going to count another 10 and then you fold. So right now we're having 10, 10, 5. The 10 is the side and while the 5 is for the base. Look how firm and beautiful this bag is looking already. So what we have to do now is to complete the sides of the bag. Guys, what you do now is to cut out a thread that you're comfortable to work with. Cut out the thread you're comfortable to work with and get ready to complete the side of your bag. So to complete the side of your bag now, we're going to pass our line into these 2 beads. There is 1 bead from the side and 1 bead from the base. 1 bead from the side and 1 bead from the base. Just watch what I'm doing right there. And then on your left hand side, we're going to add 2 beads. We'll draw down 1 and cross both ends of our line into the last one added. To continue, our right line goes into the next bead. Our right line goes into the next bead. String your right line into the next bead. And then on your left line, you're going to be adding 2 beads. 2 beads into your left line, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Draw that all the way down and tighten your work. To continue, your right line goes into the next bead. String your right line into the next bead, and on your left line you add 2 beads, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Then you pull all the way down. Again, your right line goes into the next bead. String your right line into the next bead, and then on your left hand you will be adding 2 beads. Adding 2 beads into your left line, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last one added. So now our right line goes into the next 2 beads, one from the base and one from the side. One from your base and one from your side. Stringing into the next 2 beads, one from your base and one from the side. Then we're going to cross both ends of our line into 1 bead. 1 bead this time, just 1 bead. And then we'll pull down. Okay, we're about to start the second row on our side bead. Now your right line goes into the next bead on the side. And on that same line, we're going to add 2 beads. We're going to add 2 beads on that same line. Yes. 2 beads. String those 2 beads into that same line, and then you cross both ends of your line with the last bead added, and then you pull down. This is what your work should be looking like. So now our right line goes into the next bead. Our right line goes into the next bead, and then on our left line we're going to be adding 2 beads. String those 2 beads into the left line and cross both ends of our line into the last bead added, and then we pull down. Always tighten your work, guys. We repeat same thing. Right line goes into the next bead, and on our left line we're going to be adding 2 beads. Adding 2 beads on our left line, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added. Again, our right line goes into the next line. Our right line goes into the next line. And on our left line, we're going to be adding 2 beads. 2 beads to our left line, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last one added, and then we'll pull and tighten our work. Do not forget to tighten your work, guys. Now our right line goes into the next 2 beads, the one from the base and one from the side. One from the base and one from the side. Okay, String your line into the next two beads, which is one from the base and one from the side. Then you cross both ends of your line into just one bead. So this is how it's going to look like. This is what your own bead should be looking like. Now we're going to continue to the end. We're going to repeat same pattern till our side of bag is completed. Okay guys? So guys, we're done with this and this is what it's looking like. Now we're going to repeat exactly what we did on the other side to this side. We're going to cover this other side. Exactly what we did on this side. And then we'll pass our lines in to end it. Guys, so I'm done with both sides of our bag. I see that this bag is already nice, looking fine and beautiful. We're done with both sides. Now we'll take our scissors and cut out any loose thread. We don't want to make our bag looking ugly now. We've gotten this far, so our bag shouldn't be looking ugly. It should be looking neat and beautiful. So both sides of our bag are correctly and neatly done. Now we're going to continue with adding our handles. You remember what I said the first time when we started our bag? I was going to use this handle, and now I noticed that this handle is kind of big for this bag. So now we're going to drop this handle and we're going to be using this handle for this bag. So now let's get right into making the handles of this bag. So now to make this handle, guys, look closely. We're going to be starting from the 5th row. I want you to look very closely. Once you get to the 5th row, you count in 4 beads inwardly, and then you add your line to it, the 4th bead there. Sorry, you add your line to the 5th bead. You count 4 beads inwardly and add your line to the 5th bead. And then on your left hand side, we're going to be starting with 3 beads. String those 3 beads into your left line, and then you add both ends of your line, or you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Then you pull down and tighten your work. You're seeing how it's looking like, right? Now your right hand goes into the next bead. Draw that out, and then on your left hand side we're going to be adding 2 beads, and then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added and draw that all the way down. Next, our right line goes into the next bead. Remember, we're just going to work on 4 beads. Remember that. And this is our 3rd bead already. So on the left hand side, we'll add 2 beads, and then we'll cross both ends of our line into the 2nd bead, and then you pull. Let's go into the last bead now. Right hand goes into the next bead. String your line into the next bead. And then your left hand side, you'll be adding 2 beads. You'll be adding 2 beads to your left ring, or to your left line rather. And then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Now we've gotten the 4 middle beads. Now our right line will go into the next bead upward and not sideways. You go into the next bead upwards. Draw that out, and then you take out your handle and you place it in between your thread. And now on your left hand side, we're going to be adding 2 beads. And then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Do not forget to tighten your work so that it won't loosen. Now your right line goes into the next bead. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Just do exactly what I'm doing. Your right line goes into the next bead. Carefully string your line into that next bead. And then on your left hand side, we'll be adding 2 beads. And then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added. This is what your work should be looking like. Our right line would go into the next bead. Our right line would go into the next bead. Careful, this side is like, it's going to be tactical, but you just have to be careful doing it. Then on your left hand side, you're going to be adding 2 beads. And then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. Do not forget to tighten your work. Tighten your work so that your handle won't fall off. Your right line now goes into the next bead. And then on your left hand side, you add 2 beads. And then you cross both ends of your line into the last bead added. We repeat same thing. Our right line goes into the next bead. And then on our left hand side, we're going to add 2 beads. 2 beads. And then we'll cross both ends of our line into the last bead added. Draw that and pull. Now, our right line would go into the next bead and the other bead. Our right line is going to go into 2 beads this time around. One from the side and one from the other side. Let me repeat myself. Our right line will go into the next 2 beads. The one that is down and the one that is in this other side. Now, we're going to cross with just 1 bead. So you see what we're doing? We're trying to cover up the handle. Now, our both lines will go into those 2 beads there. The left line goes into the left bead, while the right line goes into the right bead. I repeat, those 2 lines would go into those 2 beads there, which is our left line goes into the left bead and our right line goes into the right bead, and we're going to close with 1 bead. Now repeat same thing. Both lines goes into the next 2 beads. The left goes to the left bead and the right goes to the right bead. Our right line goes to our right bead and our left line goes to our left bead. and then we'll close with one bead. We'll repeat same thing again. Our both lines goes into the next two beads. String both lines into the next two beads. Left goes to the left and right goes to the right. And then we're going to be closing, or we're going to be crossing with one bead. So now for this last part, there's no need to be closing with anything. We're just going to pass our line till it gets tight so that it will not loosen. We're going to pass our lines down to the bead still so it will not loosen, and this is what it should be looking like. This is it, guys. Now we're going to repeat exactly what we did here for the next side so that we'll complete our handle. We're going to repeat exactly what we did for the second side of our handle. So guys, this is what it is looking like. We're done with the handles. That's this handle, this side of the handle, and this other side of the handle. And this is what our bag is looking like, and this is what yours too should look like. So guys, we're done with our bag, and this bag is already given 100/100. Guys, don't mind me that I'm using a black purse or that I'm using a black inner, because while filming this, I think the black was the only available inner to use, so that's why I had to use it. But normally we're supposed to be using a blue inner for a blue purse. So guys, when using whichever color you're using to make a bead should be the same color you should use for your inner. So guys, this purse or this bag contained my two fish lines, and I know that those fish lines are big, so you see it contained it. So while going out for your occasion, the purse can contain your phone, your money, and some other items you want to add to it. So guys, this bag is already given. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you in my next video, guys. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and also click on the notification bell to always be updated whenever I post videos. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.